what we gonna try and do. Please tell me this is still working because I don't feel like we're trying that. Hi guys. I don't know if this is loud or not. Actually, it probably is. Is it that loud or is it just me? It might be just me. Something fell off my PC. That wasn't fun at all. Now I got everything tangled up. Ah shit, where'd that go? Alright. That wasn't fun for a minute. Ah shit, that was annoying as hell. Alexa, can you turn my lights purple? Thank you. Oh baby. We getting this, we rocking and rolling with this party. End is never the end. Well, that's exciting. Why isn't it loading? Well, this is fun for no one but me, but you know, that's great. You know, if this would load, that'd be great. Oh, it is loading. Where's the... Where'd it go? That was a big ass bug, bro.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Hell yeah,
Orders
boys.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Why does it look like this?
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I mean, my boy Stanley's happy though. It's all that matters.
And then
right?
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Stanley, I was
Something
rooting
he
for
would
you.
never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Not one order.
No one had showed up to give him instructions,
That's
call a
fucked.
meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his
My
years
boy got
at the
lonely.
company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked,
The fact this was all made
frozen
in
solid,
Gmod is
Stanley found himself
honestly
unable to
insane.
move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
Excuse me.
he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Can I just sit here? Can I can just stay in here. I hate Mondays. Alright, Garfield. What are these noises? Can I like interact with stuff? Do I have to like actually...
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Oh.
What if he had to make a decision?
Ah,
What if a
shit.
crucial outcome fell under his
I
responsibility?
meant to leave though.
He had never been trained for that.
Come on.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me.
That's not what
Nothing will
that's,
break me.
that's not what I was
In
thinking.
here I can be happy forever.
No.
I will be happy.
Did I just beat the game by
Stanley
accident?
waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
Alright,
But the
narrator.
one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
No, they wouldn't.
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Listen, I get it.
Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Alright, come on.
Here it comes.
What just happened? Alright, I think I fucked up, so that's fine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
My
decided to
boys
go
are
to the
dead.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What does it say? Right, shut it off then, I guess. Huh, I'm a king of the world. Where's the conference room? It's over here.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm touching everything, bro. You're just gonna have to be my Valentine? Hell yeah. Hey, buddy. Excuse me, I have Corona now. Vin, you're not gonna like this playthrough. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Is this the conference room? Open the fucking door, bitch. Ugh. What's this? Awaiting input? Oh, what do I do? Input received? I'm glad I could be a part of that. Is there anything in here? Alright. I love this lock screen. 10 out of 10. Is this the conference room? I guess not.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm just not listening, I guess.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments
it'll be a
here in
good
this
stream.
immaculate,
I mean, I hope it's a good
beautifully
stream.
constructed
The
room.
highest view guy on
Stanley
here right now has
simply stood
23 people
here,
watching.
drinking it all in.
Drinking it all in? Cold drinks. On the house. I just don't want to listen to the narrator the entire
But
time.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I wonder what's gonna happen if I just don't listen. Did I start the... What did I do? Is everyone really gone? There's a whole active truck down there. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse is $1,000. Do we got money like that, bro?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Ooh.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Well, too bad. I did my own
I don't know
thing.
how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I don't think he wants to help me.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I jumped down, bro. Vin, you're behind.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Ah, fuck.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Vinny, should I go through the red door or the blue door? This is literally the Matrix, bro. I want the Viagra. But I'm not sure. Blue? Okay.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Is it nothingness?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map. Because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Haha, bitch.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And
No,
in
you
the
did.
end, it was all for nothing.
Yeah, it
because
was.
this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
Did I beat the game?
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Dope.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
How do I hit it?
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
Me. They come
How
from
did
me.
I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
I need to blow my nose.
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from
I
your
wanna blow my
previous
nose.
playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable. Did I do it? Did I accidentally do the right things? Leaderboards? Okay, we're going to do the third option.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some
He
playtesting.
gives me Gmod.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Whoa. What the fuck? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know if this is correct. I started.
In this game,
Yes!
the baby crawls left towards danger.
Yeah!
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the
Watch the baby
desperation
burn.
and tedium of
Watch the
endlessly
baby burn.
confronting the
Watch the
demands
baby
of
burn.
family life. I think the artwork
Watch the
will
baby
really
burn.
take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes.
It's a
on
cute
your
ass baby though.
experience.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, bye. Abortion!
You heartless bastard.
Ah.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Yes.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
I beat the game!
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
I did it!
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Pretty dark in here.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm okay with that. Minecraft!
Well,
Let's go, baby!
At last, the one thing you've always desired.
Minecraft!
One I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Bro.
But is it enough?
Yes.
Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
Yes, it is. I want to play
And I'll say
Minecraft. Are you
this,
kidding
I'm
me?
done making things
We
for
did
you.
it.
From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose.
We did it.
Watch
We
this,
did it.
Stanley.
We
I'm
did it.
going to build a house.
Where? Hell yeah. Dang it, I wanna
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes.
Can I go inside?
It's complete. I made
made a
this,
dirt
Stanley.
top.
Look at it.
What a
Gaze
noob.
upon my work of art.
You're a
and feel
noob,
ashamed
bro.
at your own
You're a
inadequacy.
noob.
Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience.
I wanna go in.
Please, step inside and make yourself
Bro,
comfortable.
you
Isn't
kidding
it
me?
grand?
Ah, this is what I
Isn't it
wanted
perfect?
tonight,
It could
baby.
only be better.
Let's get it.
Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond.
Fuck yeah, bro!
Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Bro, I'm so down. Give me my shit. Where's the mine, bro? Ah.
Oh my. It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Where are my torches at, bro?
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all.
Dark
1
now.
out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
I was having fun. He had to ruin it for me. It's not fair. Is this Portal?
Yes!
Fuck
I
yeah!
don't know what this game is, but I love it.
Am I playing Portal?
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be?
It's
I
Portal.
can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this
Fuck
is.
yeah. Vin, this is a great game. Give me my Portal gun.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Critical thinking, bro. I'm the master at Portal. Get me the fuck
Genius.
out of here.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
Give me! I wanted to play, bro! Give me the port! Why did... Ah, shit. Ah, shit. What'd I do? I don't know where we're supposed to be going, to be honest with you. It's just really dark. Do I have a flashlight? I lost the narrator. I think he shut down shop and he left. Forever. What was my number called? 427 or something like that? You can't jump? Thanks. I still want to jump though. Alright, we found some light. We're probably going... I found my office! Hello? What do I do now?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end.
Well, no.
To make sense out of the chaos and
I
the
just
fear
wanted
and
you
the
to,
confusion.
like, give me more
That's
to do.
who
I'm
I
kind of
am.
hungry.
That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Wait for what? I'm supposed to be walking around this entire time? Creeper? Aw, man. I don't know if I'm playing the game right, but I don't know if there's like a correct way to play the game. Can I just stand here again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. I'll listen this time, I guess. Whatever. Fine by me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Tips
a
for
wave
not
of
getting fired.
disbelief,
Talk less. Do
Stanley decided to go
unbelievably
up
amazing
to his
work all the
boss's
time, every day
office,
with no
hoping
exception.
he might find an answer there.
Where's this playing from? We're being away. I want to play Minecraft again like that. That was fun.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Are you sure there's nothing in here? Okay, whatever.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, I guess it's on blind.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered
That is
this,
kinda cool.
he began to make other strange
Wait, what the fuck?
observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Go!
The doors close automatically behind him wherever he went.
Wait a minute.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Am I
he
dreaming?
yelled. This is all a dream.
Am I even talking? Can I even
What
talk?
a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
I don't think I'm
He wasn't
dreaming now.
crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ah, fuck yeah! Let's go,
Then he
baby.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
God.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Whoa.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Bro.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found
What
it
the fuck?
particularly strange.
Oh my god.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking
yeah.
about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to
The
take
fact I've been streaming
responsibility
almost
for
30
himself?
minutes of this game and we've done absolutely
Stanley
nothing
is
is
as awake
amazing.
right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice
Well,
not see him
isn't it?
float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Turn off
This voice was a
subtitles?
part
Can
of
you turn
himself
on
too,
subtitles?
surely.
Yeah, bro.
Sure.
Extras. Back. Actually, why are these disabled? It should be say audio subtitle. It's not what I wanted. English. Closed captioning is subtitles.
Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
There you
that
go,
this
bud.
was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Nah, bro.
He felt the cool
we're
weight
not
of the
waking up.
blanket
We
on
go
his
in
skin,
bed. Bedtime
the press
forever.
of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
But it ain't.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Stanley has the most boring job
All I want
ever.
is my life exactly the way it's always been.
And I think that he needs to get out of his
My life
box.
is normal. I am normal.
You ain't normal.
Everything will be fine.
And then he realized he had a week up.
I am okay.
I think he's having a mental breakdown.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
My
just
boy
someone tell
Stanley.
me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone
Shit.
hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Fuck! Stanley, my boy, you ain't doing hot. You ain't
This
doing
is the
that
story of a woman named Mariella.
hot. What the fuck did I do?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Did I just kill Stanley?
On the sidewalk.
Whoa, wait. Ah, shit, no, my
For
boy.
just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
I killed
He was
Stanley.
obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
I killed him. What'd I
I
do?
am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
And then left him
Very
on the fucking
important
floor
people
dead.
whose impressions of her would affect her career, and
Oh
by
my
extension,
God.
the rest of her life.
My guy Stanley
She had
died.
no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Did she just not call the cops? The fact I played, I just shook everything. I played 27 minutes of this game for another ending where you climb desk 434, crouch, and climb out the window. Which desk? 434? Bro, I was gonna keep restarting the game because it's like I literally haven't. You said
All of his
434?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Stanley was a great man. He fucking died. Are you sure it's this desk? I had to climb before, it just isn't working now. Do I have to press E on it? There we go. And then climb the chair. Yeah, now I'm on top of the computer. Come on. Come on. I am the mastermind behind this operation, actually. Crouch and climb out. Crouch and climb out. You can't crouch in this game, though. Can you? You can crouch! What? Wait a minute. I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, hold up. Say less. Just gotta, like, you know, become an ultimate gamer now. Go. Oh, goodbye, world. That was fun.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map
I did
until
break
he
the
heard
map.
this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Ah, fuck.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Hell yeah.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
A little bit. I love the Minecraft font again.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now.
Nope.
You could have done it just then.
Not doing it.
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
You're gonna have to
Any
do
of
it
these
for
points
me.
and so many, many more,
Haha.
all of them are appropriate.
I mean,
I'm
I just
enjoying
don't
what
feel
seems
like
to
it.
be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game.
I like this
So,
one's going on.
just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Oh shit.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Gangly?
What Stanley liked most was buttons.
Buttons? Hell
He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way.
Is it supposed to be like
But his
terrible?
brain had long ceased to function.
Oh, you call me stupid.
Which is why he is in this parable. And lives an existence quite terrible.
I'm loving this ending.
And if you are
Thanks,
not
Sebastian.
strong and keep
Sebastian,
playing along,
whatever.
you too will become quite unbearable.
Thanks for the follow, my guy. I appreciate you.
You too
Hell yeah.
will become quite unbearable.
Alright, restart for me, bitch. Narrator, let's go. There is a sock on my hand. We're not gonna talk about that right now. I'm first gonna put that away. Hell yeah. Does it get like... Can I keep walking around? Oh yeah, there's the window. Can I fall out of this by any chance? This is... We're just gonna wait and see what happens. Like, I genuinely want to know what's gonna happen. Yeah. I mean, at least he can fucking play the guitar, I guess. This is the ending where you close the door. There is an ending where you close the door in the beginning. I did that one in the beginning by accident. To be honest, I know absolutely nothing about this game. I already did that one. Should we restart it? Or should we just let it rock? See how long it goes. I fucked your mom. Was pretty hot until she pulled out a dick bigger than mine. Alright, we're just gonna click on the door 4:30 5 times. Okay. We'll try that one right now. 4:30 5 times. Gotcha.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it.
I
Yes,
love all the
almost
thought put into
certainly
this, by the way.
50
Like,
clicks.
I applaud it. Bro, I've been giving you all the clips, my guy. Like, you're getting the clicks.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Where's that? Brandon, it definitely doesn't open. We're just gonna keep looking at it.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Oh shit, where is it?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
I definitely haven't been giving them these, like, the correct amount of clicks, but we're gonna keep going, I guess. Where is it?
Now, back to door number 437.
Alright. Fuck it. Yeah, like, this is what it's gonna be. It's what's gonna be, I guess. For the achievement. Oh, wait. Was it 437? I fucked that up.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Bro, where's the copy machine? Oh.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
This guy's like the ultimate troll, and I'm not appreciating it, but I love his accent, so that's the only reason why I'm getting put through this right now.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Where's 419? It'll open with your butt cheeks? 100%, 100%.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that.
He's
one
getting
again.
way too excited, bro. Way too excited. What is happening?
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door
This is amazing.
430.
Why did you send some crosses?
Yeah!
Woo! We did it!
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley.
Alright, shut the fuck up.
Nothing could hold you
We're playing
back.
the game
Yes,
now.
I'm very proud of
This is
how
what we do.
far
We're playing
we've
the
come
game.
today.
Let's do
Just
some
think,
cool shit
only a few
throughout the
minutes
way
ago,
we can
you
do.
believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now?
Where's the fucking office,
I'm
bro?
thinking.
Where's the office? We're going to the office now. I don't remember this. Oh yeah, I do. Never mind. I just haven't been paying attention.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
Go
open
through the
doors,
one on his left.
he
We
entered
know.
the
Then
door
we
on
go
his left.
upstairs. Yada yada yada. There's
Yet there
shit
was
going
not
on
a
here.
single
Oh
person
my
here
goodness.
either.
So crazy.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
go to
Stanley
the-
decided to
Ready?
go up to his boss's office,
I opened
hoping
that.
he might
Awesome.
find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Some kinky ass shit, bro. I'm going to the executive bathroom. Why is there a red room? Can I make a phone call? I'm gonna take a sip of water. Bro, I'm so hungry right now, I want a Dorito. Bro, come on. What's up, my
Stepping
guy?
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I love
Shocked,
these books. This is my
unraveled,
favorite.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
I
happened
did
to
it!
input the
This is
correct
called the
code
Stanley
by sheer
Parable. It is a
luck.
game
Amazing.
that was made in
He stepped
Gmod,
into the
which is
newly
another game.
opened passageway.
Ah, fuck! Maybe I just don't want to. That's the title of it. That's like the thingy of it. Is there anything in here that I can do? Anything else I can do? I don't want to break some shit. You know what I mean? Can I... No? Okay. Okay. Hello? You are the darkness. Hey, we actually got somewhere.
Descending
I'm
deeper
hoping you
into
guys
the
are liking
building,
this so far.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest,
No.
as though he felt more
trying not
free
to be
to
on
think
life,
for
though.
himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Sorry, I'm texting my siblings in the house. Nah, bring me back the fuck up. Beam me up, Scotty. That's what I was trying to say. I fucked it up, though.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're trying to get snacks out here. Nina, it's a game. It's a video game, you know?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Bro, it looks like
what
Cerebro
horrible
from
secret
X-Men.
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Nina, it's an older game. Do I have the strength to find out? No. I want to see all the mutants, bro. I'm Professor X. Get me out of here, bro.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
What am
bore
I,
the number of an
427?
employee in the building,
I missed
Stanley's
it.
co-workers. The lives
What's
of
that
so
one?
many individuals reduced to images
that
on a
ours?
screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Right, there's some guy just ran across all of them. That'd be so cool. What's this?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control
What
all
are they,
this
427?
time? Was this the only reason he
Where's-
was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Where's my number?
He refused to believe it. He
427.
couldn't accept it. His own life in
Pirate?
someone else's control.
427.
Never.
Someone got fired.
It was unthinkable.
Ooh, I'm telling.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The
what
heart
the
of the
fuck?
operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I am. It's off. Though. It says it's off. This one. Okay, click that. Oh. Maybe if I knew how to read. It would be a lot easier, you know?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh, shit.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
Ah, fuck, I fucked up.
detonators are set to explode,
Ah,
eliminating
fuck.
the entire complex.
Ah, I fucked
How
up.
long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had
Where's
in mind.
3?
What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere
10.
moments until the bomb goes off. But
3.
what
Where's
precious
3?
moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Where's 3? I clicked 3.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace
blue
before you're
3?
obliterated? All right,
Ah,
I'm
shit.
in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when
Where's
I
the 3, bro? Where's the 3?
Pushing buttons endlessly and then
1,
dying
2. It's a
alone.
blue 3 though.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing.
This is 4.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Ah,
I
shit.
just hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even
I'm
better.
fucked.
My goodness, only
Anyone know where
34
it is?
seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so
I
much.
don't know what to do.
You know
I don't know
what?
what to do.
To hell
I don't know what
with
to
it.
do.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These
Incorrect.
are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
A red
Or
1.
did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this
Motherfucker.
room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look, running from button to button, screen to
shit.
screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what
I
your
don't know,
purpose
man.
in
I
this
fucked
place
up.
is?
I didn't listen to him.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching.
Can I shut it off still?
I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Bro, he is the villain.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have
Bro.
left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Alright,
No
so I
enemy,
fucked up,
just
I
you
think.
being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke.
Shit.
And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Okay, so I fucked that up. Wow, look at me. Not knowing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. We back to the beginning! Okay, we're just gonna go straight to that point and
I
press
can't
the
wait to
off
tell
button.
this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
I mean,
When
It would
Stanley
be
came
great.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I could definitely, like, what was that called? Like, speedrun this? That wasn't
Yet
hard.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Alright,
Coming to a
boss.
staircase,
2847,
Stanley walked upstairs to
2487.
his boss's office.
2487, I think. 2487, 2487, 2487, 2487.
Stepping into his manager's office,
2487.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What
Yeah.
could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad
yeah, what is it?
behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose
Hold up.
be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming
Alright, I'm gonna open the door. I gotta go get something for my sister real quick. You guys have fun with the relaxing music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward
What's he talking about?
into the opened
Bro, did I just unlock another ending? Oh, I was about to say. I was about to fucking say, bro. Okay. I promise to listen now. Gotta go down through this shit. Some annoying ass. Whatever. Going down
Stanley
these
walked
stairs.
straight ahead
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
large door that read Mind Control
Escape?
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he's nope, still on board with death.
I kind of want to do it. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I hate eating on stream. So, like, ignore it as much as possible.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee.
Yeah, we
in the
got it.
building,
We get it. We get it.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It's like a bathroom. That'd be funny.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe
Did
it.
I refuse
He
it?
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I'm stuffing my motherfucking face, bitch.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded
Ready
from
to shut
his
this bitch
very
down?
place.
Because
And as the cold reality of his past
I didn't
began
listen
to
the first
sink in,
time.
Stanley decided that this machinery blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
was it?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments
I did
away.
it. Mom, are you proud?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
It's like way
but
too
happiness.
easy.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
That's beautiful.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Ah, shit, my boy's happy. That's all we needed. The homies to be happy. That was the end result right there. I beat the game? There's no way I beat the game. Is that it? That's not the whole ending. No. Was that it? Was that it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Excuse me.
Stanley decided to go to
Is
the
that really
meeting.
it?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't believe it. No way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to go
Yet there
down
was
that
not a
death
single
wall,
person here
or
either.
hall or whatever. But
Feeling
like,
a wave of disbelief,
are you serious?
Stanley decided to go
How
up
is
to his
it?
boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
no way. No way.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Alright, jeez. You have to be so rude. I'm gonna go throw my plate away. How many endings are there? That's the real question. Because we've done like 5 of them already.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had
still
too
on
much
board
to
with
live
There's
for.
all the narration voices at once. Excuse me, Jesus.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
We also just go back though, so. Left and right, and left and right.
At
and
this
left
point,
and right.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted
right.
effort to walk forward
Left and
and
right.
willingly
Left and
confront
right.
his
Left
death.
and right, left and right. We gonna die, we gonna die, we gonna die, we gonna die, we gonna die. We jumped down the hole. Now we dead. Now we dead. My man Stanley was suicidal. Man jumped right out the damn window to his death. Oh, but guess who ain't fucking dead, bitch? That's what I thought!
As the
Oh,
machine
right?
whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his
Well, that's
life had
easy.
been of no consequence whatsoever.
We're just gonna hide down here.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow
Right
life.
out there.
Farewell, Stanley.
Well, goodbye, world.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Whoa!
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wait! Whoa! Did I do it? Does the narrator not know I'm alive? Oh, fuck.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Whoa! It's like a museum for me. The office layout. That's dope. The window I jumped out of. The upstairs. The corridor. The two doors. Filing cabinets. This is pretty cool. Office computers. Shutting them all motherfucking down though. Are those real credits? Like, I don't even know. The button sounds. Oh, wait. Okay. The credits, that's nice. Should we go through here? The office clock. I'll love you forever. I feel like we should go down here first. Like, I think that's like the right thing to do. I don't know. What's in here? The office. The maintenance room. Wow. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't. There's a green light. The point of the period HD remix is to win. Warzone? We designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was way too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. That's so cool. Do we just like enter a museum of the fucking game? The office. I hear like wet noises. The cargo lift. 15. The apartment timer. What's that noise? What's this? What levers? Did I miss something? Do you hear that? What's that noise? Something tells me this ain't over yet. I don't know what. Something does. Oh, we don't want to go through the exit yet. Oh, that should have been in the ending. Oh shit, what's down there? The end control. What? Record roughly through 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from... That's crazy. Alright, we're gonna go through the exit and see what happens, but I doubt anything's gonna happen. I think we're done with the game. To be honest with you. That's crazy, dog. God damn. Shut off. Still hit these? By any chance? No? Okay.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Damn.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Is that it?
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I did it! I murdered Stanley again. Stanley's been dead twice now. I think our boy Stanley's completely gone. Forever. I did it. I think that was it. Don't play the Stanley Parable 5 years. Okay, ready? Alexa, 5 years from today, I want you to remind me.
5 years after today is March 21st, 2025.
What? Remind me in 5 years to play the Stanley Parable.
Done.
And we're gonna come back and play it in 5 years. That was a fun stream. I'm happy that everyone had a fun time for a couple of minutes. I want to get that achievement though. So we're gonna go back in the game. We're getting that achievement. Because I want that achievement. Welcome back. That's all I wanted. Nothing else that I wanted more than that.
This but Stan
Perfect. 10 out of 10. That's all I wanted. That's all I needed in my life. So thanks for watching. Short ass stream, but that's okay. It's okay by me. Yeah. So thanks for watching. If you're watching the VOD, you know, leave a follow. And yeah. So everyone have a good night. We'll stream tomorrow. We'll be back. We'll play some Apex or something. It'll be a lot of fun. Or Vinny holds me by my throat and then forces me to play a game. Then we'll play that. So we'll see what happens. Good night, everyone.